And let me now bring on board Mr. M. Ravindran, Managing Director of IGL, joins us live from Capital, Delhi. Mr. Ravindran, IGL has just undertaken a 2 rupees price hike. What prompted IGL to incorporate that price hike?
I think morning this price hike has been primarily on account of the percentage share of the imported LNG, which has now drastically increased in our the entire oil basket share, the gas basket share which we are sourcing now. And primarily the sourcing, the spot LNG has jumped from 5% to 9 to 10%. And so primarily it is based on the spot prices hike LNG which we get from the market, which has to be passed on to the customer on this quarter basis.
Mr. Ravindran, the latest price hike comes on the back of 6 price hikes which the company had taken last year. Where are you seeing prices of imported LNG heading at this rate?
The prices of imported LNG is more or less keeping it in the band of $16 to $18. Probably this is the price which it should not further increase. And we definitely hope it should be able to, the market is able to absorb at this price, not beyond this. And it's only the infrastructure which we are laying, which is increasing at a very rapid stride, and the demand for CNG is growing up, and the domestic gas availability diminishing on a year-by-year basis. We are left with no other option except to source this costly gas. And definitely this share percentage of costly gas is increasing in our portfolio. So that is how this entire price hike is panning out.
So Mr. Ravindran, do you see this rate or rather differential between CNG and other fuels like diesel and petrol will be reducing fast, and won't this make CNG unpopular going forward?
Unfortunately, we are in an environment where I think the alternative fuel, what we are talking about, is to be all the economists and everybody is favoring for deregulation. And once probably this diesel prices hike takes place, which the oil companies are trying to push in through their own agendas. And if that is done, definitely probably this differential will be able to be maintained. And we should all look at the crude price, the way it is going up. I don't think it makes really any sense in selling diesel at such a subsidized rate.
What is the final word from PNGRB on gas or gas margins?
Probably this is still in a very infancy stage. They have just sought data from all the companies, and probably they will try to sit down and analyze, and because there is a new subject and topic which they have been mandated by the government, which ideally PNGRB's domain and purview does not permit to do so. But anyway, since it has been asked by the government, so definitely they are getting all the data. They need to do a rigorous drill down through the entire exercise to understand from all the entities. Probably it should take another 4 to 5 months before they really make their own analysis of it, and then reverts back to the government, and then probably government should take a final call on it.
If they come up with a decision, do you think that will be implemented with retrospect?
Which one, sir?
If they come up, if PNGRB indeed comes up with a decision that if they want to cap margins, will they like to implement that with retrospect?
I don't think so that is really possible right now, because all these businesses have their own risks involved in it, and there are some risks for which the individual entities are taking their own business calls, and that is how these pricings are all factored in. And probably all those risks cannot be quantified in mere number heads terms, and that is how I think it should not be anyway in a retrospective effect. It should be all whatever decision will be taken will be only from prospective effect.
Mr. Ravindran, your dependence to imported RLNG as well has increased. How is it impacting your margins?
Probably this is right now we are able to pass on this increase in cost to the consumer. So to that effect, it is margin neutral, and we are able to retain our margins. And we are now trying to see to it that we are able to source this gas at a term contract price, where we can get the prices ready at the reduced rate rather than the spot rate. Probably then we'll be able to sustain on a long-term basis, and we'll be able to quantify and justify all this volume increase with this lower gas than the spot price prices.
So for this calendar year, what is your basic assumption? How much total, what is your total dependence on imported RLNG?
For this calendar year, I think which is started on Jan 12 to December 12, this imported LNG percentage should go up to 14 to 15%, which right now is around 10%, touching around 10%. And then in mere quantity terms, this should touch around 0.8 to 0.9.
Mr. Ravindran, markets do like your company's business model. It's a stable business model. Irrespective of global environment, your company is growing at 20% plus. Are you confident that you will maintain that growth rate for at least next 3 years, that you will continue to grow on a year basis at 20%?
That is a business plan that we have also internally have a target where we would like to have the top line growth of around 20 to 25%. Based on which we are building our infrastructure in and around Delhi and NCR also. And there are new steel lines as well as new industrials which we are getting connected, and we are focusing more on the industries from this year onwards to the next 2 years. Probably, I think once the industries come into our foray, the volumes will pick up, and there will be a shift in the NCR from CNG to the industrial segment, which should grow much faster now.